some are concerned about our outcomes, want accountability. What we need to do is fund the upstream. We need to be putting money so that kids show up to school ready to learn how to read so that they do better. And this is a very modest amount of money. We've got a lot of 2 working parents and a lot of unplowed streets and unplowed sidewalks. These kids can't walk to school. They need to be able to take their bus. And we haven't had the bus. And like the representative from Sitka said, if we want more money to be going into the classroom, we need to prevent it from being redirected to the school buses. And so what we're talking about is a very modest increment to keep people living independently as long as possible. As an Alaska VA healthcare provider, I have had to have very difficult conversations with families to say, hey, you know what? Your dad can't live by himself anymore. We need to get him into an assisted living facility. And what happens in Alaska, if you're on Medicare and Medicaid, you don't have any independent wealth, you are going to be on a very long wait list. And during that very long wait list, very bad things can happen. Ultimately, this is a very small increment that is going to save Alaska. This is not adding anything new to the university. It is as the speaker from Fairbanks said, they're unavoidable fixed cost increases. These are things that the university is already doing, already required to do, and the costs have gone up. And this would just provide, the increases that have happened so that we can continue with things like emergency response and, campus police and things that our universities need. Thank you, Madam Speaker. The state of Alaska is mandated to provide institutional care to folks with severe mental illness. What this waiver does is allow us to use Medicaid funds that would have gone towards institutional care toward other behavioral health services. And I'm going to offer 2 examples. The first is home-based family treatment. This program enables us to treat young people who are exhibiting signs of mental illness before they may actually have a diagnosis. There's good data to show that the earlier we intervene with psychiatric illness, the better the likelihood that we'll achieve a positive outcome. Ultimately, spending money on interventions for young people showing the first signs of mental illness is money well spent, because these folks are more likely not to end up at API, not to end up in our emergency department, not to end up in an institutional facility.